Next up, we meet photographer Scott Baxter, who has found inspiration in the American frontier. For most of the last decade, Baxter has photographed over 100 cattle ranchers and their family-owned ranches.
Some of these ranches that we're photographing aren't going to be around because development's going to find it, its way in, and there's a lot of ranches I know that there's no one coming up behind them, so they'll most likely be sold. And I just thought, what if photographically I could at least try to record some of these families that have been around here since 1912 or earlier, and it kind of started that way. I didn't really plan to do anything with it. I just wanted to see if I could accomplish it. We call it 100 years, 100 ranchers. And basically the criteria is the family has been ranching in Arizona continuously since 1912 or earlier.
My ancestors came here from Valencia, Spain in the 1840s, and they were coming to Tucson by covered wagon. This is the Amado family, my great-grandfather. About 1852 is when they set up the ranch at Alamo Bonito in what is called Amado.
This family is a very historic family, goes back a long ways, and a beautiful ranch too. And one of my, Santa Cruz County is probably one of my favorite places to be in the whole state. Photographs should be really easy for you to look at. It doesn't mean it has to be Pollyannish or, beautiful or anything. It just has to be easy. And if it's easy, it's good. And then, Henry, just kind of right in the middle. If I push too hard, if I really try too hard to push a photograph, it just doesn't work out for me. I kind of let the photograph come to me. There's not a set process. I want to get this side too because it's got your brand on the horse's shoulder. I have, aside from scouting a little bit the day before and knowing I wanted to use that big sycamore tree, there's not I don't have like a list of what I'm going to do. I just kind of walk in and it's kind of the way I've always worked. I just kind of wing it and it kind of works for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it works for me. Perfect, guys. Okay. The last one with this camera for now, at least.
I was standing there.
Okay, straight in.
Last evening by the tree with between two horses and with my son and grandson on each side of me. Very proud.
It just gives you an idea. It's a small shot. Now you got to kind of look at it, but you want to show that pride. I mean, they're very, as a group, they're very proud of their heritage. They're very proud of what they do. So that's kind of where we're at. So we're gonna shoot a few more with this camera. With the portraits, you just kind of, you kind of take a little more time and kind of get your frame up the way you want it, and then you read your light and you shoot it.
5.6, 125.
I think it's a wonderful thing that Scott came up with this idea.
But this is actually very nice where we're at now.
It's recorded history.
I don't think they're really looking for recognition, but I think they like the fact that there's going to be a record of this somewhere for their kids. I treated this in a lot of ways just like it could have been shot, 100 years ago. I bring a digital with me, but that's just to shoot stuff for them. But we're shooting just straight black and white film, no lights. So it's basically camera film and a tripod. And that kind of forces me to really think about my composition a lot because I don't have a lot of tricks in my bag. And it kind of makes you think a little bit more as a photographer.
I don't know of any rancher that doesn't work hard. They have to. No, I don't have to do this. I've always been a very successful CPA, and with my son as my partner, the business is still going. And maybe that's why I can afford to be here. Because if he's there, I don't have to be at the office. But I enjoy being here, and at my age, I deserve to be here. I think it's love of the ranch, love of the land.
The brandings can be kind of exciting. You got two guys roping and dragging calves, and you got 3 or 4 cowboys stowing calves on the ground. And sometimes with the action stuff, I don't really have time to do too much, but just kind of hang in there. you don't want to be the cause of somebody getting hurt. You don't want to be the cause of livestock getting injured, and you certainly don't want to get hurt yourself. So you stay dialed into the frame, but you certainly kind of have to have a few things going on in your head at the same time, and keep yourself cognizant of really what's going on around you. Now this one is a little bit more, this is like the old style. This takes, no, it won't blow up. Yeah. I've not had a bad experience, and I've got a story for every single ranch that I've been at. That's perfect right there, hold that. You know, the photographs are kind of the icing on the cake, but the real thing is, I just... Thank you, sir. It's in. Yeah, that's it. You know, they're a great group of people, and I've just been real honored to have the opportunity to meet them and spend some time with them. They're all hardworking. They're just hardworking people who just they love what they do. You know, and they really love the land. I mean, that's the thing that I've kind of come away with, is they really love this land, and they really want to take care of it.
Baxter has released a book for his 100 Years, 100 Ranchers project. For more information, visit 100years100ranchers.com.